Hello, I'm Zurita, the soon-to-be former station manager for Texas Student Television, and this is the TSTV Video Newsletter for May 2012. So, here's what's been going on at the station since our last newsletter. First, we won quite a few awards, more than we won in the fall, actually. So, to read off a list, we won from TIPA, which is the Texas Intercollegiate Press Association. First place for College Press Box in the category of non-feature story. First place for Lake Travis in the documentary category. Second place for the laser promo in the promo category. Pressbox won third place in the best sportscast category, and we also won 3 honorable mentions in other categories as well. For Society Professional Journalists, we won first place for TV sports photography for College Pressbox, and second place for general news reporting for KVR News. And to round off the list, at the CMA Apple Awards, VGHL won first place for best entertainment broadcast. We're extremely proud of those awards, and I think we might have won more awards this year than we have before. The awards list is pretty thick. But we're very proud of those, and hopefully we'll be winning many, many more awards in the future. Next, we have the app that we've been talking about for months and months and months. Well, it's finally up. Chris Renke, our webmaster genius who's been designing the app, uploaded it to the Android market this week. So definitely go look for the TSTV app, and you can watch all your favorite shows on the go. Huge shout out to Chris Renke. We could not have done this without you. Literally, you're the genius that made this app happen. So thanks to Chris Renke, and I hope all of you guys enjoy it. The other big development that we had in these last couple of months is 24/7. If you didn't catch 24/7, it was 168 hours straight of live content starting from April 22nd to April 28th. And it was a huge team effort. We had all kinds of shows that we've never even thought of before. It was a lot of fun. We were tired by the end of it, but it was well worth it, a lot of fun, and we kind of learned a lot more about the power of live television, and we got to interact a lot more with our audience than we normally do. So if you donated to 24/7, thank you. Your DVDs are in the mail. I know we were a little late in getting those done, but they are very great DVDs, and I know you'll enjoy them. And thank you to everybody who watched and tweeted and emailed and Facebooked in. We had a lot of fun talking to all of you guys, and I don't know, maybe it'll happen next year, maybe not, I don't know. Hopefully it does. That was the idea. Now we get to the part of the newsletter where we go to an alumni interview. And this month we actually have 3 alums for the interview. They were the guys behind the show Puppet Show, which was broadcast in the early 2000s. And it was a very well done, high production value show. And they talked about some of their experiences working as a team here at Texas Student Television and what they're working on right now.
My name is Tate English. I graduated in 2003 with a radio, television, film degree, and in 2005 with an English degree.
I'm Dano Johnson. I graduated in 2001 with radio, TV, film, and Plan 2.
I'm Don Swainhouse. I graduated in 2002 with a degree in RTF, and that is it.
My sophomore year, I saw an ad in the Daily Texan. I think TSTV, then KVR TV, was looking for a sales staff, and so I came to a meeting. I talked to Dan Knight and the station manager at the time, Becky Flores. We got to talking about television and what we liked, and she kind of thought, I think you're more on like the programming, creation, production side, which is good because I would have been terrible at sales. So I started making friends and working on volleyball shoots, and the next year I actually produced Sneak Peek with 2 of my best friends, and I was promotions director from then on.
Well, I came here as a freshman in 1999, and I came to the open meeting that semester when I was first here, and I met this guy, Dano Johnson, and he told me about, this is when he was producing Sneak Peek, and he told me about it, and I decided that sounded kind of a cool thing to get in on. And then later on, I ran into him a couple times on campus, and just decided to come up and work on Dano's show, which I did. And then I started doing VJ shows, which I don't know if we still do those, but we sat in Master Control and played music videos and filled time. They were pretty lame, but they were fun to do. And then I produced Sneak Peek after Dano graduated, and I was eventually operations manager for a year. The best experience I think I can remember from Sneak Peek, and by best I mean most entertaining for other people, was we were going to a premiere of a movie that no one remembers now called Shadow of the Vampire. Not Interview with the Vampire, but Shadow of the Vampire. It had John Malkovich and Cary Elwes. Cary Elwes, the guy from The Princess Bride. We had set up an interview with him. We were waiting in the lobby of the Paramount Theater until one of us realized that we had no hi-8 tape for the camera that we were using. So I was delegated to run back to Canada. I'm downtown, so I have to like get on a bus and run to the, it's now a CBS, it was an Eckerd's at the time, buy a hi-8 tape, get on a bus, hightail it back.
Don't skip the details.
Yeah, it was, I believe it was the number 3 bus. So we get down to, I get back into the Paramount, and there's Don and Chris with the Dread Pirate Roberts, angry because he's having to wait for some dumbass kids who forgot to bring a tape for their interview. I finally come in, I run up, I grab it, I slap the tape in there, we start going, Chris starts interviewing him, has no questions prepared. It was the most embarrassing thing, I think, ever that happened to me at the student TV station.
I started using Final Cut Pro at the station, and back then the department didn't have it, and now that's what I use for work. So that's a big one. And then also a lot of the editing I did here, even before we had Final Cut, which wasn't until my last year, I guess. In A/B roll, just kind of the basics of editing. I learned all that here and didn't really do any of it over there. And then a lot of sort of hands-on producing stuff, because I was production manager for a year. And so, you know, having a budget and a time frame and having to deliver things to people, which has all come in really useful in my day-to-day life now.
Yeah, when I look back on my college experience, I think the fact that I was able to make, you know, about a half an hour's worth of television every 2 weeks, and that's just my own shows that I was working on, compared to my fellow classmates who were making 1 or 2 things per semester. I think I just got so much experience, and a lot of it's really bad. You know, poorly edited, poorly shot, poorly microphoned. But the fact is we were learning each time we did something, and so we got better and better at it.
I was here for the entire time I was in college. From, you know, freshman year all the way up to senior. I made all of my friends here. This was essentially where I spent all of my free time. So I'll say the thing I got from the station that I didn't get from class was a support group and a group of friends and people that I still make things with. Dano and Don, I still make movies with. We still are friends. I've had the same friends for 13 years now, the same core group of friends, and I think that's, in a lot of ways, I'm really happy about that. And I think a lot of people that I meet don't have that. The way I described Jollyville to them was that it's just this loose name for when...
If more than 2 of us were working,
yes.
or 2 or more were working on it.
Yeah, oftentimes it's just me and Don, but yeah, generally we just slap that name onto things, and we've been active for the past 10 years or so, but not at a breakneck speed because we all have other things we have to be doing, if it's paid gigs or graduate school in my case. But we try to stay active, and we try to keep making things. And so we've made a lot of shorts. They've played a lot of different places. Some of them have been more successful than others. Like I said, the last short we made won a festival in Memphis and played about 7 other ones. But right now the main thing we're focused on as Jollyville Pictures is Don's feature pictures of superheroes.
And a lot of the Jollyville Pictures thing is sort of doing kind of what we did at TSTV.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of just having fun making things.
Yeah.
I'd say you should go to TSTV because it's hands-on experience and you get to learn by doing. Even though it sounds a little cliche, so much. You know, the RTF department here is great, I think, but it's, you know, it's a lot of learning, and then after 2 years you touch a camera. But I think when you come to KVR, you pick up a camera and you shoot something, and then you're going to edit it together, and you realize where you went wrong, And so then next week, you know how to do it better. And you cut something together and you see it doesn't cut together. So then, now you know by trying. So then I think even by the time you get to an RTF class, here you've had so much more experience, you know how to edit, how to shoot. And also I think that actually getting something together that's then broadcast is such a great motivator as compared to making a movie that you could maybe send to a film festival and maybe in 6 months it'll play. The fact that you can shoot something and cut it together and have it on TV at the end of the week is really rewarding.
When I was in high school, I was interested in all of this stuff in film and animation, but we just couldn't afford a video camera or a fancy computer. But I think the TV station is a great kind of equalizer. Like, here you have access to everything you would need, plus talented people who want to help you and who want to work with you. So I think compared to where you're in a class and you're kind of waiting for the chance to do something, and it's more of an assignment. Here, it's, I want to make something. Hey, people, will you help me? And then, let's put it on television. So I think it's the best situation you could have.
So I would absolutely tell an incoming freshman to come to the TV station, and it's like Don and Dano said. There's the whole aspect of getting hands-on experience and the whole aspect of having ready equipment and people to work with. But the thing that I would focus on is that I think that the freedom to fail is really, really important. And I don't mean that in a scary way, but in the sense that you are going to be bad when you start at anything, especially if it's creative. If it's making films, making music, writing, painting, anything that you do, you're going to be terrible for a while. And as opposed to being terrible in the RTF program where you're going to get a grade and you're going to feel like if you're terrible, you're going to be looked at badly. If you come to the TV station, you're not only going to be amongst a group of people who are also figuring it out and who are supportive of you in figuring it out. You're going to have a good time, and yeah, a lot of the stuff you make may not be very good when you look back on it when you're my age, but you'll be happy that you did it because you had the chance to make those mistakes and to learn from them and to figure things out. So I mean, if you're going to fail, fail gloriously and fail with your friends.
Get screwed, fail.
Well, that was a good alumni interview, and speaking of alumni, I guess I'm going to be one now, which is going to be a little weird. I'm going to be on the other side watching these video newsletters instead of making them. But it's been fun. TSTV has been the best 4 years of my life, and this last year as station manager has definitely been the best of those 4. It's been a really great ride. I've learned a lot in my time here, and I'm sure all of you alums would say that you've learned a lot here, probably more than you have in any of your classes. I know I have. And we can all definitely agree that our experiences here have prepared us for the real world. I hope that applies to me because I'm about to go off and embark into it. But hey, this is my goodbye, so I can say cheesy stuff like that. Anyways, it's been a lot of fun working with TSTV, and I'm looking forward to see all the cool things that they're going to be talking about in these newsletters next year and for years and years after. So, for the last time, this is Zurita. Thanks for watching. You can always keep watching TSTV on digital antenna 29.1. Watch all of our episodes on our website, TexasStudentTV.com. Stay connected with us via our Twitter at TexasStudentTV. And of course, check us out on our Facebook page. I think that covers everything. So that's it for me. I will see you guys on the other side. Bye.